So much so that they reported her to the board of nursing over and over and over again for...
Okay, here's what I don't get. An individual person sat in her own home and made a video in her private time of reading from a holy book of one of the major world religions. And then people got upset and reported her to the board of nursing when she was not working in her capacity as a nurse. If a nurse wants to, on their nights off, on their days off, wear a neon purple wig and do cartwheels in the park, they're allowed to do that. If a nurse, when they are not working, wants to practice the Scottish Highland bagpipes indoors, when that is an outdoor instrument, so long as they're not in violation of their lease or breaking like the neighborhood code, they're allowed to do that. People were so offended and up in arms at how a person read a holy book in their private time and made a video about it concerning their opinions of a holy book in their private time, that they tried to take away her livelihood and her job. And these people are Christian people who supposedly rail about how persecuted they are and how much we need freedom of religion in this country. But it's only freedom of religion when they do it, not when anybody else does it. I think that some of these folks are going to find themselves potentially in a compulsory religion kind of space, and which, has been true in many regions of the world throughout history. Compulsory religious expression has been required by monarchs and by empires, and there's no such thing as genuine faith when it's compulsory to keep your job or to stay alive. There's no such thing as genuine faith in those circumstances when you have to in order to live. That's just survival. So I think some of these folks are going to find themselves in some sort of compulsory religious kind of space at some point in their existence. And they're also like, sometimes I'm still boggled by how stupid people are. It's so stupid. You can be an accountant and wear full black and white Kiss makeup and be in a Kiss cover band on the weekend. All right? You can be a lawyer and you can make outrageous adult-themed cakes on the weekends if you want to. You could do what you want in your home and you can make a video about it so long as it's within the realms of what's permissible to share publicly online. As in, you can't pole dance nude on TikTok. That goes against TikTok guidelines. Somebody read the Bible at their kitchen table, and then a massive amount of people tried to get her fired for it in the name of Jesus. And then they're also going to complain that they're persecuted as Christians because people don't like them, because they're cruel and unlikable. And that to them is persecution. Getting someone fired for reading the Bible at their kitchen table and interpreting it in a short TikTok video, that's not persecution, trying to get them fired for that. But disliking them for being cruel and horrible, hypocritical people, that is persecution, apparently. And then people wonder, like, oh, Christianity is dying in North America. I wonder why. What can we possibly do about it? Christianity in North America needs death and resurrection if it's going to follow its own story. It needs death and resurrection. Let it die and see what rises, restored, reformed, differently formed. Because why would anyone want to join your religion? Why would anyone want to join your religion? You try to get a woman fired who is a medical professional because she read a holy book at her kitchen table and interpreted it for her own opinion. And her interpretation was, you have to welcome the stranger and tend to the poor and needy. That was it. That was it. And that was so egregious. That was so egregious that she shouldn't be a medical professional anymore. Gee, golly whiz. Why wouldn't anybody want to join the Christian faith? It's so alluring. What kind, wonderful, loving people. Who wouldn't want to join right in?